Hi guys, welcome to new video. So today we'll take a look on another game from the new RTS game, the Scouring, and this time we'll take a look on a 1v1 against a player some of you might know, and this player is Suwak. So if you are watching some of my Armies of Exigo videos, or if you are in the community playing the Armies of Exigo games, this is his nickname on Twitch, but this is the player Suwak, who is a really good player in Armies of Exigo and overall in RTS games. So he's definitely also doing really well in this game. And this will be a really interesting 1v1. This was the first game we played together. Also, it was his first multiplayer game. I already played, I think, 4 games before that, so I had a little bit more PvP experience, but we both obviously defeated 1v7 AIs, so we definitely both proved that we have some basic skill and knowledge in the game. So yeah, let's just resume it. Let's take a look on it. We are playing on the smaller map, which is just for 2 players, so really tiny size. There is only 1 expansion for each player and then the outpost in the middle. He's immediately going with his peasant somewhere. I'm not sure if he was checking if there is some protection on the expansion. As I said, it was his first game, so he didn't know the map. But this position is definitely much better. I played this map 3 times and 2 times in the previous videos that you saw I spawned on this position, and I really like that. You have ton of space to build here. Also the neutral enemies I think are here, which is like no danger for you, so that's pretty easy. You have much better defensive position for the middle, so overall it's just much better. While here you have basically no space to build your buildings. Then there are enemies who will be attacking you from the back, so during the night, and also you need to clear it there. And also you have like 2 entrances to your expansion, while it's also much harder to take this because you can't even build an expansion here or like a front base because they would shoot you from the tower. So this position is definitely much better, but since he didn't know the map, I think it was definitely pretty balanced. So I'm kinda glad that it ended like this. As you saw, his build order was quite interesting. He didn't make any buildings in the beginning. He was just getting some extra resources. Then he went for the front barracks, power building it with 2 peasants. He's also making sawmill a little bit later, so he'll probably start with some swordsmen. But he will also be able to make archers pretty soon. And now he's making his 2nd farm already. I already have 2 farms finished. I also finished my barracks and sawmill pretty quickly. So I will have everything he has. I will just have it much sooner. Actually, he finished the barracks a little bit quicker, but I was building it the whole time with just 1 peasant, so I had some extra resources from that. But overall, he should have maybe a little bit better economy because he was getting more resources in the beginning with more peasants. So it's not that big of a difference, but the main point here is that now he's starving a little bit. Not that much, but he was starving for a second. And also he will have the sawmill much later, so he has to start with swordsman. Fortunately, these bandits just randomly totally ignored his units. Not sure if this is intended, but it was definitely quite weird, so he's easily able to get to my side. And now he's already coming for my town. He's playing really aggressively in the beginning, as you will see soon. So that will definitely put some pressure there. I basically haven't met any players who will be playing this aggressively this early on, but it's definitely a really valid strategy. So that is also what makes this game quite interesting. Also, as you can see, it's 20 minutes, which is probably the longest game we had here yet. Even the last game I showed you, which was on a bigger map. But yeah, I'm quickly clearing this, so we don't have to worry about the natural enemies potentially blocking me from building here or anything. Also, we'll get some extra resources from it, and I will maybe need some space here to protect during the night. So overall, we just need to clear this. We don't lose any units. I was on 5 HP with this swordsman, quite close call, but we managed to clear it with no losses. So definitely really good. And now the night is already starting. He has 2 archers, 3 swordsmen. I have only 1 swordsman, but I have 4 archers. So overall, we both have 5 soldiers. He's making his 3rd farm now. I already have 3rd farm. I'm actually going for the 4th one now. So once again, we are a little bit ahead in terms of infrastructure, but he has a really tactical point here, which is gonna be definitely quite useful. Unfortunately for him, he doesn't have a tower at home now, so he will have a really hard time protecting his base. He'll probably just have to send some units there with patrol points, and I definitely wouldn't want to do that. That is why I always build my first barracks at home, and then I take the control of the middle, and then I make another barracks there. Just the front base immediately, but I think both strategies are pretty viable. Okay, we are making the 4th farm now. It will be finished pretty soon. He's still living only on 3 of them, so definitely he might be struggling a little bit. And now he's actually going for a push. I wasn't watching here for a second, I think, so I lost 1 archer, unfortunately. The bandits are still ignoring everything, they are totally useless. But yeah, we managed to somehow run away. Here I one-shotted a skeleton. I want swordsman there, just hitting for some extra damage when he's ignoring me. But at the same time, the skeletons attacked here and they were out of the range of my tower. So even though I have barracks here, this position is so bad that I just wasn't able to put the buildings closer together. So I actually lost 2 peasants there. And the third one is only 20 HP now, so this was really bad. I kept 1 scout here, the swordsman. He also has a potion, full HP, so he should be pretty much fine. And he will let me know if the enemy will be coming. I will probably lose him, yeah. I think the potion didn't even go off, he just one-shotted him, but at least I know that the enemy is coming. So I'll just quickly try to clear the skeletons here, but then I immediately have to retreat here and actually start defending against the enemy push. But once again, I have the advantage of the barracks, so I have some nice defense. So I'll just use my archers there. He's coming with some swordsman on top of it, but he has no chance. I also have some swordsmen. I have more archers, I have high ground. There are also the skeletons attacking him. He was already damaged, so he just needed to retreat. At the same time, he's also getting pressured at home on both of his front base and his main base. So he will definitely have some big problems if we don't retreat. But he can definitely steal some of my skeletons here, get some free kills, potentially some resources. He's also nicely killing the wolves here already. I think are probably here on my side of the map. I think I also killed some wolves here, I think. But once again, the skeletons are coming from this side. I killed another peasant, I think. Micromanage them out a little bit again. So definitely this is slowing me down a lot. But as you can see, I have already like 8 archers and 4 swordsmen, so that's definitely a really good army. My opponent is even starving a little bit, actually, quite a lot. Not sure what this peasant was trying to do. Maybe he didn't know that there are bandits, since they were just totally ignoring him the whole game. Also, I think he still don't know that there is some neutral enemies here. I also didn't kill them in any of the games because I didn't know about them before.
Our forces are under attack.
More and more skeletons coming, but I think the night will be ending pretty soon. Yeah, I just left the archers here now so we can protect it, but I'm also struggling with food a little bit. Even though I have really a huge amount of food in stock, I still need a little bit bigger income, so I'm just preparing 2 more farms with 1 peasant each, so we can get some food later. Well, as you can see, my opponent is still struggling a lot. His whole city is starving. All peasants are much slower.
Our forces are under attack.
I was actually expecting during the game, I think, that by this time he would already have an expansion, that I was behind, since he was harassing me there and putting some pressure on me. I really felt behind there, but to actually do that push, he had to sacrifice so much, especially the food and some protection at home. So actually, I'm in a much better state right now, and he will maybe place the expansion there a little bit quicker. Actually going for a scout, a really good move. Yeah, just sending 1 archer here to check if I already have an expansion. He sees that there is still a troll, yes, so definitely pretty easy. And he'll also leave this archer here for later, and I think he will maybe even kill my peasant or just harass the expansion when I start building it, so that will definitely slow me down. So also now his move, I already have first cannon. He didn't even start smithy yet, he's just making more farms now to deal with the food problem. He finally found the neutral enemies here, so he will take them out. Now he places his smithy there. But I took the troll out. Unfortunately, I didn't scout behind the base, behind the expansion gold fields, so I didn't find this archer, but I will definitely go kill him pretty soon. We have really good wood, we are going for the expansion. Not really producing any units now, but we are of course maintaining our peasant production, which is really important. And now I will just quickly take the middle area with so many units, it's extremely easy. Then I can just put some archers there, or actually maybe even the cannon, which will be really good. I guess my opponent now also killed the troll there. And now he's actually going for some push with his archers, but I already have shields, I also have cannon here prepared. Unfortunately, I just brought my archers away because I was killing the archer that was harassing my expansion. If they were actually here, it would be way more kills for me, but unfortunately it didn't happen. Now he's actually targeting my cannon. I re-aimed it, but he took half of the HP. So he will eventually snipe out the cannon, trying to get some kills with archers, but yeah, the cannon just totally died there. I'm still trying to capture the tower. I should be probably using the shields here, but the tower. This is definitely not the best played moment, but we still got some kills there, even though we had more archers, so it was definitely not too worth it for me. But maybe we have better levels. I have level 2 on most of them, yes, so like maybe half of them level 1, half of them level 2. But they finished, he has 2 peasants AFK here. He's going for second barracks finally. Also going for second barracks in the front. So just in a reversed order, but I already have my expansion. It's now fully working with 5 peasants. I will soon queue up some more peasants in this town hall. I was just fighting now, so I was focusing on this. Second, I wasn't producing in my main base. Okay, now he's getting some really good kills on my tower, so I will just leave it. It was just a really bad position. I just want to put a cannon there. Archers keep on ground, but yeah, he managed to basically snipe out all of my archers. It was a really good move from him, but now I have the cannon there, I have shields. I'll quickly remake my archers because I have ton of resources, and he just cannot continue pushing against the cannon, so he will have to retreat now. He also has a cannon, but he has to use it defensively. Now he plays this expansion, but he's not really power building it, so there'll be quite a lot behind. Now I'm finally producing peasants again in both town halls, and I actually decided to put the rally point from both of them on the new base, so we can quickly get some really good income there. We are slowly falling behind on wood, but I think I took some more peasants from here and sent them to wood, so we will get some more wood from here. In terms of food, it's also close to cap, but we are still basically 200 in stock, so that's pretty much fine. And the main thing is that now I have control of the middle. We both have some front base behind it. Of course, as I said, this position is way more advantageous because now he'll even make 2 more guard towers here, and I just cannot go through any other point than this, which is extremely strong, and he can still also build here. While on my side I have 1 barracks here, but he can still go around. This is too small to build barracks anywhere. Maybe if you take these sherries out, but they will take forever. I think you can't fit barracks here. So overall this is just much harder. But we have such a good resource advantage because of the earlier base. And also way more peasants there, much quicker. You can see he's not sending more peasants from here to his expansion, he's sending it on wood. So we should have a much better economical situation. In terms of armies, I think we have similar amount of archers, maybe a little bit more. We both have similar amount of cannons. I have 1 more on the towers. Actually, he still didn't kill the wolves. But I also have this huge army of swordsmen, basically all of them with 2 potions, and also, of course, the shield ability, the defend ability, so that is also gonna help a lot. Doesn't have too many peasants on his expansion. I also decided to make 1 farm here, near my expansion. I will also make another barracks here, so we have even faster unit production, and also so I have some tower in my expansion, so I can put some archers on top of it and protect during the night this whole area. We are also getting some wood here as well, because in my base we are cutting all of the close trees, and it will just take longer to gather it from here. We finally also upgrade to fort, so we can start making knights if we get stables. And I can also now use it as another tower, which is more in the center of the base, so maybe we can even reach these farms that are a little bit further away from our main base. But I can still also use these barracks if I will need to. The main thing is that we have some archers here for protection. That's the most important thing. He still doesn't have any tower in his expansion, so we'll definitely need to protect it with soldiers. But he's making another front base, as you can see. He's making another guard tower here. He's preparing some cannons, so we are both holding each other in like this stalemate position. He's even preparing some barricades. I don't usually build them, they just fall so quickly. They are pretty cheap, so you can make them, but I rather just prefer to make more units to block the enemy. Now he also has fort, so he was a little bit later. I already have stables on basically 50%, but we will see if he will even go for stables. I'm not sure how many resources he has.
Our town is under siege.
I don't have much protection here, but we can use the units if needed. Also the cannons have a really good range from the towers, so we can protect with that. Even he can with this cannon protect a little bit here, but not that well, so we will need to bring some archers there. Instead of that, we both have 4 archers at our main base. I have it then divided like this, but no big deal. Now we finished the stables, so we should probably queue up some nicely soon because we have really good resources. Yeah, so immediately bring up a few knights in each of my barracks. Looks like 5 knights. The 4 archers here. Yes, basically the same, we just can't put it on the tower, so we can potentially lose them. But there is lots of skeletons, so we'll need to take these out, otherwise they will just destroy my barracks. Unfortunately I just spawned a knight here. Called Cavalier, didn't even know that. But yeah, the fact that he spawned there, he managed to drag the enemies away from the barracks for a second. At least half of them. Definitely saved some HP there when I was playing. As you can see, my enemies also struggling a lot. He would need cannon here or at least some archers. Now he really just needs to walk everywhere with his army. Time consuming. He's even upgrading his town hall. Gen 1. Even lose farmhouse here. Since it's a huge push. There is also lots of skeletons in my base. Now I actually started upgrading the fort to castle, which was probably a bad move because it threw my archers on the ground. Maybe you won't lose any, but they also have worse range now, so I don't think that was a good idea. As you can see in the expansion, we are totally fine when they are on top of the building.
Our forces are under attack.
So I'm constantly just using some knights that spawned here and some units to protect these barracks. We're just swapping around now. Actually, my opponent has some food problems. We are also a little bit in minus, but not too much. His whole city is basically starving, so... and I quickly fixed it. Just redistributed my peasants. Maybe made some new farms here, so we are quickly dealing with that problem. I'm even making a second smithy, so we can produce cannons even quicker.
Upgrade complete.
He still didn't even take out the wolves, so those are also harassing him there a lot. And as you can see, it's getting close to the end. There is a huge push now on me, so I will probably have to come with my units. But it will also give me a ton of resources. As you can see, I have a ton of gold and we can utilize it for buying potions. Also, I can spend it together with the wood I have for some more units. And night is just ending. Start of the day. Yeah, I also still need to take the wolves out here. But yeah, basically... he got way more devastated during the night, so he wasn't prepared for it as well. He didn't have as many units, and he's still starving a lot, so he will need to fix his food problem first, while I can already start preparing for my push. Making more units, as you can see. I've immediately queued some swordsmen and knights, even archers in some barracks to just increase the overall size of my army. We have castle already, so I think I will at any time here place my my church somewhere. The farm. Yeah, this is a church, so we can get the heal ability. That's definitely really important. You can see we already have a decent army here. I have free not catapults, free cannons holding this canyon. So we are pretty much fine. He has more of them there, but yeah, we have 2 on tower. If we pushed really hard, I could maybe retreat with this one, put it on these barracks, continue protecting in the back. But as you can see, I'm just bringing all of my melee units back here, close to this town hall, so I can buy potions. I spent all of my gold. We are a little bit behind on food, but I think we'll quickly save that. We fix that. And we are still constantly producing more and more units. Also more peasants.
Job's done.
I think he should still make a little bit more here on gold, but maybe it's fine. More here. Yeah, here I'll maybe lose this cannon, but at the same time I will to shoot back. Yeah, once you scout a little bit, you are actually able to review the enemy for a second, and then your cannons mainly from the towers can just shoot there. They have great range from there, and when they just see something, they have bigger range than the view range, so it's worth scouting for them with some other units. Okay, right now I'm just waiting for the heal upgrade, which as you can see will be pretty soon finished. My opponent doesn't even have castle yet, so he can't even have heals, but he also doesn't have any knights, so you don't have to worry about it too much. He's just relying on his cannons, but what he didn't expect probably is that I will just rush here with so many units. So even though I'm taking a ton of damage, eventually I will just push through. Now I will turn on my shields. I'm also using heals, as you can see, mainly on my knights, and at the same time I'm still pushing with my archers, plus I'm getting supported by these two cannons from the tower, and eventually he just resigns, surrenders. I just overwhelmed him totally with this huge army of units. But yeah, we have 10 more seconds. This is basically the strategy I like to do the most. Just try to accumulate some big army and push in with everything, turn on shields, heal as much as you can. Try to maybe micromanage your archers a little bit with maybe target. But overall it's just about making more units than your opponent, buying potions and then doing some micromanagement between that. It usually works like a charm. You don't really need to like utilize cannons too much or some crazy strategies. But yeah, really nice game. Let's check the results. So we will go for finish replay. As you can see, this was much more balanced than the other games. So we have basically pretty much same mined gold, but I still managed to get more. I had quicker expansion, also a little bit faster. It was a little bit faster filled with peasants. So we managed to get like 2,500 more gold there. I also had almost 1,000 more lumber, but he actually trained more units, like 24 more units, which is actually very decent. And he was also making lots of cannons, so definitely really nice. We have basically the same kills. I had 4 more, but that really doesn't matter too much, especially when he had more units. But here where it's get really bad for him, and that's the units lost. And this is something I see actually quite often. Usually I have better kills, but even when it's even, the losses are always like this. People are just really struggling with the night attacks. They are not really prepared for it, and they are just losing so many units during the night. So if you actually manage to push someone right after the night, when the day starts, and you are actually fine after the night because you had a good defense, they will usually have half of their army dead, second half is damaged. They are struggling with food, maybe they lost lots of peasants, maybe they are not even in their defensive positions yet, so you can really take an advantage of that and just totally push someone after they got totally decimated during the night. So that's definitely something I would utilize. Here I waited a little bit longer after they started because I wanted the heals, those are more valuable for me, but usually I would attack right after the night ends, or even during the night. If you can do that, that's like double damage. In terms of buildings, he actually constructed 4 more because he was spamming lots of towers here in the middle, really trying to get some strong defensive position, but even then it wasn't enough. And we also managed to kill 27 more neutral enemies, so even though I already had more gold, this was even a bigger buff for me. And yeah, you can't use just gold for most units, you can only make swordsmen and peasants with gold. Outside of that you always need also wood, which is usually the bigger problem later in the game. But the good thing is that you can always use gold for getting potions, so if you have some extra gold, just take your whole army, buy some potions, and it will help you dramatically during the fight. So yeah, 20 minutes, really nice game. I hope you enjoyed it, and next time we'll hopefully finally take a look on something bigger. I haven't prepared anything yet. As I said, I had 2 games, but both of them eventually somehow crashed, or there were some heavy lags. Unfortunately, I don't have the replays, but either I will just record it right during the game when I'm playing, or I will just try to get some replay. But I would definitely like to also show you some other games than just 1v1s, even though this one was definitely pretty interesting. So yeah, thanks for watching guys, and take care guys.